Hi, friends. It's Miss Catherine here, and we're going to do some read aloud time. And I'm going to start with I'm Not Scary. Let's check out this book. I'm not scary. Deep in a forest, in a gnarly old oak tree with a lonely little bat. The forest was so dark and his tree was so gnarly, no one dared to visit him. So every night when bats came out to play, Bat would fly off in search of a friend. He'd swoop from house to house across the forest, but the other animals were terrified when they saw his shadow. It's a monster, squeaked the mouse. Hide, cried the squirrel. Beetle, the little bear, peeped out nervously. I bet the monster eats bears for breakfast, she said, and Bat would fly home again. All alone, back in his cozy home, Bat would cheer himself up by baking. He just loved making delicious things to eat. Night after night, he'd bake cake and pies and buns for visitors that never came. Mm. One autumn day, the other animals were gathering food for the winter. Everyone was busy filling baskets with apples and nuts and berries. I'm going to pick the most, said Beetle. She grabbed the biggest basket and set off into the forest. Don't go too far, called the others. Remember the monster. But Beetle was already on her way. She picked more and more and walked deeper into the forest. She didn't even notice that it was getting dark. But then she came to the biggest, gnarliest old oak tree she'd ever seen. It was the perfect tree for a monster to live in, a monster who ate bears for breakfast. In fact, she could smell cooking now. Beetle was about to run when she realized the monster's cooking smelled rather good. Fresh bread and apple pies? Her tummy rumbled, and she thought perhaps I can just climb up and take a look. Bat was startled to hear a sound outside his house. Did he have a visitor? Then a huge furry paw reached through his window. Bat squeaked in fear. Eek! The monster! Cried Beetle, and she tumbled down with a bump. Then a voice called, Are you all right? And a tiny little bat fluttered over her head. I was running from the monster, said Beetle. Bat sighed. I wish they'd stop saying that about me. There isn't any monster. There's only me. No one ever wants to be my friend. They're all too scared. I'll be your friend, said Beetle. She was wondering what they could play when Bat asked, Do you like baking? Next morning, Beetle's friends were very worried. She'd been gone all night. What if she'd met the monster? They raced through the forest, following her paw prints. We're coming, Beetle, they cried. We'll save you. We'll find you. Suddenly, they spotted Beetle's basket and all the food she'd gathered. This must be the monster's house, and they could smell cooking. The monster is eating Beetle for breakfast, cried the mice. Fox banged on the door. Monster, give us our friend back. Then everyone howled and squeaked, and made such a hullabaloo, and they didn't hear the window open. Oh, peeped Beetle's head. Beetle, you're safe. We thought you'd met the monster. I have, said Beetle. In fact, he's coming down right now to let you in." The animals gasped. Then they laughed. "It's not a monster. It's a tiny little bat." Bat looked at the crowd of animals and smiled. "I think we're going to need a lot more cake." So everyone crowded into Bat's house and together they baked and laughed and Bat shared his best recipes. That night and many nights after, the animals feasted by the beautiful, gnarly old oak tree. And they always loved to tell their favorite story of the scary monster, the brave bear, and the friendly little bat who loved to bake. The end. And that was I'm Not Scary. Thanks for watching. Bye, friends.